Warning, this video will contain spoilers. If you do not want to get spoiled about the series that we are going to be talking about in this video, then now is your time to click away and go and check out some of our other content on the channel. And also, viewer discretion is advised. Hey guys, what's up? This is WhiteB0y for the win. Now, today's video is going to be a little bit different, considering that, as you can tell from the background, my partner Spazzoid is not with me today. And the reason being is, to put it long story short, it's just technical difficulties. But anyways, today's video was supposed to be about lazy manga authors, and I was going to be pretty much talking about Hunter x Hunter and its author and writer Tagashi, and just pretty much badmouth him. But at the same time, like, I didn't want to, but I kind of have to, because I also wanted to talk about that as well. But I decided to take that video down because literally after that video was uploaded, because usually what I do on this channel is that I upload tons of videos to pretty much be publicized on pretty much every Monday of every week. And I decided to take this down because, like I said, I was going to be bad-mouthing Tagashi and his series Hunter x Hunter about how he's just a lazy author. But literally, like a week later after I uploaded the video, it was confirmed that the Hunter x Hunter manga was going to be returning April 18th, which was on my birthday. So I wanted to actually record that video with Spazzoid, which we were supposed to do it today as of when I'm recording this, but like I said, just some technical difficulties happened, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a different video of sorts that I've been actually wanting to do on this channel for a while. Now, there are going to be some days where I'm not going to be in the video and Spazzoid is going to have like her own solo video. I mean, it could be throughout the week, or it can just replace a video that's going to be going up on Monday, and so on and so forth, and vice versa. But today, like I said, I've been wanting to do this video for a while now. It was originally going to be a top 5, but top 5 videos take a long time to actually record and edit, and I really don't have that time right now. So I cut it down to a top 3, but this is going to be my top 3 favorite animes of all time. Now, I have a ton of animes that I just absolutely love. These are not going to be in order by any means because I love so much anime. I actually have a top 10 favorite anime list, but they're not necessarily in order. So I'm just going to be sharing you guys with some series that I honestly love to death. So like I said, they're not going to be in order by any means, and also this is based off my own opinion and my own opinion alone and no one else's. And if you guys do not agree with anything that I have on this list, then please post your own top 3 favorite animes in the comment section down below. I can't stress this enough because I've seen on countless of top whatever videos of people just bad-mouthing like the actual person for doing that video because like their favorite anime is not on that list, and so on and so forth. Once again, this is my own personal top 3 favorite animes. Now, these aren't necessarily like my top 3, they're just like some animes from my top 10 that I would like to share with you guys. So long story short, like I said, this is going to be a top 3 video. So with all that said, let's just start this video. Okay, so before we get into the actual top 3 video, usually when I do top 5s or just top 10s or top whatever on my own personal channel, I like to have an honorable mention because there's going to be some stuff that I'm going to have on my list that not necessarily everyone's going to agree with. So usually, like I said, I like to have an honorable mention, and for this video's honorable mention, it's going to be Naruto. Now, Naruto was going to be on like the actual main top 3 list, but I didn't want to actually have this series on this list like in like the actual main video whatsoever, considering that like for me, I grew up with Naruto. It's literally what got me into anime and manga. Like, I remember till this very day me watching the original Naruto series like on Toonami. It was a new episode every week, and this was before, I believe, like there were anime sites on like the internet, or before people started using the internet like they are nowadays with like going on YouTube and Twitter and all that. And I remember specifically, it was on every Saturday on Toonami. My parents were in a bowling league every Saturday night, and I was always hoping that they would get done before 9, because usually they started bowling between like 4 o'clock to like maybe 8 or 9 o'clock at night sometimes. So I'm just praying and hoping that they can actually like finish on time and I can actually get home fast enough for me to actually watch Naruto, because I remember back in the day on Toonami that Naruto had like an hour block to itself, and literally when I got home, I took the remote and I told everyone to get out of the living room because it was my time, because Naruto literally, like, just for a lot of you guys who started watching anime with like Dragon Ball Z and all that, Naruto is in a sense one of my heroes in life, just because I look up to him as like a role model, and I always still to this very day, because right now as I'm recording this, I'm rewatching the whole Naruto series. I've already finished the original Naruto. Right now I'm actually like a little bit, like a third of the way done with Shippuden. I'm on the Pain arc right now, and I forgot how much stuff I've actually missed while watching the series. But once again, I grew up with Naruto. Naruto's my all-time favorite anime and manga, just regardless, and I look to him as like a hero, and everything about it I like. I know there's going to be some people that are going to be saying, well, Naruto is pretty much a filler anime. I mean, there's a lot of animes out there that can actually be a filler anime. I mean, one for an example, and I know Spazzoid, if she watches it, is going to be going batshit crazy, but Bleach is a very prime example of a filler anime, and people still love that show regardless. But once again, I want to add Naruto on this list regardless, just because he is one of my favorite all-time anime and manga, like probably number one on like any list of anything ever. So Naruto is just, I grew up with it, my favorite anime and manga. I mean, he is my Goku, if that makes sense, because everyone looks up to Goku, but for me, I look up to Naruto a lot, and I still to this very day. But once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this honorable mention, so let's just get right into the actual top 3 video. Now, personally for me, when it comes to anime, I'm not a huge fan of like slice of life comedy anime. Well, just mostly so of just a slice of life. Now, I'm not saying I hate the genre in general. It's just that I just don't like feel like watching it, if that makes sense, just because there's a lot of other anime I like to watch, and my personal choice of anime whenever I want to watch a new anime or whatever the case may be is I want them to have somewhat of like a, in sense, a superpower like type of deal. Like for instance, Naruto with the chakra, One Punch Man with like the superhero abilities and all of that, and so on and so forth. But I decided to watch K-On! Just because like I wanted to take a break with like like that kind of like genre, like being very actiony, also like with a little bit of superpower and all of that. And K-On! For me was like the perfect fit for me, because like I said, I really am not a person to just say, hey, I want to watch a slice of life anime. But when I actually sat down and watched K-On!, I literally marathoned both season 1 and season 2 in literally a day, and I believe that's like 36 episodes in total plus the movies. Like, I love the series to death. I've watched it like I would say a total of 10 or more times already. It's just one of those animes for me where I can just like say, hey, I don't feel like watching any weekly anime, or I don't feel like starting a new anime. And if you just want to chill and just watch a very funny and awesome anime, K-On! Is for me. Like, I love just watching K-On! It's so funny. It never gets old for me, and I also like a lot of music as well, and that's what K-On! Is. It's like a concert band type of anime, and I used to be in marching band and also a lot of band classes in high school, and I decided to check it out because of that as well. And like I said, ever since I saw episode 1, I marathoned the whole series as a whole, and there are very few instances where I actually read the manga after the anime, because I'm not a huge manga fan, but if the series is like amazing, like when I mean amazing, it has to be like 11 out of 10 amazing, and that's what K-On! Was for me. After I finished the whole series, I actually decided to sit down and started reading the manga from where the anime left off. That's how good K-On! Was for me. So if you guys ever decide to actually just start watching a new anime, if you've ever seen K-On! And if you just want to like a chill anime, just have a little shits and giggles and just laugh a lot, then I honestly suggest K-On! Because personally, my favorite character is Ritsu, and she is the one in the yellow. So she's one of the funniest characters in the show. Actually, all the characters in the show are actually funny. I know some of the actual voice actors who play these characters, not personally, but like know who plays them. So personally, like I said, it's just one of those chill animes where I can watch many times and not get sick of it. I watched it 10 plus more or more times actually. So If you're just bored, and if you guys just want to like watch something new or just watch something laid back and just a little bit funny, I wouldn't say a little bit funny, but like hella funny, then K-On! Is your best bet. And their music is actually pretty decent. I actually have some of their songs on my iPod, but K-On! Is such a great anime. Now, I was going through a rough time in my life for the past couple of years, and I'm still going through that, but it's not as bad as it was like 2 to 3 years ago. Now, if you're a fan of anime like I am, then you know that anime, well, at least for me, is an escape from reality. And at the time when I was going through a rough time, I was thinking about committing suicide, and suicide is not a joke whatsoever. It was like literally that, to the point where I was going to do it, but I decided to actually start watching anime, seeing if it will help, and I came across an anime called World. Now, at first, I was going to watch it a few times, but then I found out that it wasn't dubbed, and I was at that point in life, or I wouldn't say in life, but like a couple years ago, where I only wanted to watch dubbed anime. I mean, I'll watch sub anime, but I will only watch sub anime if it was like weekly anime. But at the time, World was only subbed, but I wanted to watch the dubbed version like more, just because usually when I watch anime, I do other things, whether if it's like playing video games, and usually like the only video game I ever play while watching anime is like Pokemon, or as of now like Super Smash Bros. If I seen the anime, because like I said, I am rewatching Naruto, and I'm usually playing Smash here and there, playing Pokemon here and there. But anyways, anime actually helped me get through a rough like time in my life, and that's what World did to me, because World is such an amazing series. Now, if you guys did or did not know, the author and creator of World also written Sword Art Online. Everyone knows Sword Art Online. It's pretty much like a hit or miss anime, but the one thing that actually differs from Sword Art Online and World is, pretty much to me, is that I relate morally so to the main character. It's that little chubby fat kid that you see on the bottom of the picture. I related so much to him when I first started to watch this series, when I was going through the rough time, thinking about committing suicide. Pretty much, he was getting bullied. I mean, he like the bullies made him pay for their lunches, and then as time went on, he's like, he doesn't give a fuck anymore. He's gonna do his own thing. He's gonna stand up for himself, and I related to that so much, because at the time, like, I was getting bullied, but like I also like didn't care at the same time. But it was like I don't know how else to explain it. I like related to the main character, the little fat chubby kid, like I said. I can't remember his name right now, a lot when I first started to watch the series, and until then, World became one of my favorite series of all time. I think it's better than SAO, to be completely honest. But when I first watched it, and if I'm not mistaken, it has 24 episodes, and as of when I'm recording this, season 2 is in production, and I'm literally like fanboying out just because I love World so much. Like at a time, it was like literally one of my top 5 favorite animes. But World got me through like a very tough time in my life, and I love everything about it. The story, the art, the animation, pretty much everything about it, which it was just perfect. It has 24 episodes, like I said. Season 2 is in production, and I literally watched this show at one sitting. Like, I think I woke up like around 8 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't sleep, and since I'm not at school, I usually just wake up whenever I want. And like I said, I woke up like around 8, and I didn't go to bed until like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock the next day. And it was worth it, because like I said, World was just an amazing series. Everything about it is amazing, and if you guys are a fan of Sword Art Online, then I highly recommend you guys to check out World. And if you're not a fan of Sword Art Online, then I still highly recommend you guys to watch this anime. It's completely different, but also has somewhat of technically like similar concepts between the two series, because obviously they are written by the same person. But the difference is that like they still go to like a virtual reality world, but the difference is that only certain people get to go to this world in World. But when it comes to Sword Art Online, anyone can go into this world. You have to have like a headgear on, but when it comes to World, you don't have to have like a headgear. But I don't want to really like spoil too much of the series, but that's pretty much all I wanted to say about the series. Just like not spoil it, but once again, Axel World honestly is one of the animes that honestly like saved my life back in the day, just because I was going through a rough time, and this is one of the animes I watched when going through that really rough time in my life, and it helped me out so much. Just, it's so funny, it's so emotional, it's just so impacting, and I honestly love this series. Do you want to know greatness? Hajime no Ippo. Why? Because it's godlike. Okay, so Hajime no Ippo is literally top 3 favorite animes that I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of anime. Now, I'm not a huge sports fan. Like I like baseball, I like bowling, and I somewhat like football. I'll watch it here and there. But like I said, other than those 3, I'm not really a huge sports fan. Now, at the time when me and Spazzoid like started to become like best friends type of thing, like we were introducing each other to like new anime and all of that, and at the time when she was introducing me and also recommending me other anime, she wanted me to watch Yoshinoya Pedal, and I'm probably going to be butchering that anime's name throughout this video, so I do apologize. And also Kuroko no Basket. Now, like I said, I'm not a huge sports fan, so when I instantly hear sports anime, I kind of envision like it's just like regular sports that you would see on any sports station, or any sports that you just see in general, whether if it's like a high school game or whatever the case may be. But I also have to consider it's anime, so it's gonna have to be a little bit different. So I went into Yoshinoya Pedal and also Kuroko no Basket thinking, I was like, okay, I'm not really going to expect much just because it's a sports anime. But I dropped Yoshinoya Pedal like roughly around halfway through season 2, because at the time the series was still going on, and I still want to pick it back up just because like I said, when I was watching it, it was still ongoing, and I was kind of impatient, so I didn't want to wait a week, so I decided to just drop it for now. But anyways, Yoshinoya Pedal really wasn't like, there wasn't really anything that was different between like biking that you would see on like a sports station, or between that anime in general. So like I said, I wasn't I was going in there like expecting like it to be like an actual sport. But when it comes to Kuroko no Basket, I watched like 3 episodes at the time, and then I dropped it just because I wasn't really feeling it. I was pretty much doing other stuff when it came to me watching that anime, and usually when I watch anime, I watch it, but I was just turned off from Kuroko no Basket, so I dropped it after like episode 3. Now, at the time when I dropped it, I decided to like, you know what, I'm gonna pick up one more sports anime to see if I will like it, and that anime was Hajime no Ippo. Now, when I first picked this up, I literally marathoned all 3 seasons that this anime has, and also the movie, because if you guys are going to be planning on watching this series, you have to watch season 1, then the movie, and then you can watch the rest of the other seasons, just because if you don't watch the movie, you're not going to understand a couple of things that's going to happen in season 2 and a little bit of season 3. But anyways, I started to watch Hajime no Ippo, and like I said, I marathoned this series, and I wanted to put it down for a while just because I watched so much, but it was just so good. It sucked me into the series, like, or the story in general. Like I said, I couldn't put it down. But I finished that series in like a week. Actually less than a week, like 4 days, and there was like a total of like 100 and like something odd episodes, just because season 1 has 76 episodes, season 2 has 24, season 3 has 25 episodes, so pretty much roughly around 100, I would say like 150-ish, somewhere around that number range. But I marathoned this series literally in like almost 4 days to a week, and I could not stop watching. I actually rewatched this whole series like maybe 5 times already. Now, when it comes to long series like this, I don't really like to rewatch it for a while, just because it is kind of time consuming, because there are other animes that you're probably going to want to watch, and that is for me right now, because I'm rewatching, like I said, Naruto, and Naruto has over like 500 something odd episodes and still ongoing, and there's other animes that I want to watch, but I still want to rewatch it just because there's some stuff that I forgot in the series. And same thing for Hajime no Ippo. So when I rewatch it, I always say, oh yeah, I remember that actually happened. But Hajime no Ippo literally like turned what's the word I'm looking for, like it turned my like eye on like sports anime. Like, it's not the same as like actual sports, and I know Spazzoid is probably gonna like mention something about this, but she told me so. I understand, but that's just how I was seeing it at the beginning, just because I really never saw a sports anime all the way through, and Hajime no Ippo was like my first sports anime. Now pretty much I'm gonna just give a rough like what it's about. Pretty much it's about a boy named Ippo. He is the main character. As you can see on the left, he's pretty much fading out, and you see a better picture of him with like I believe it was the 2009 like animation, 2013 2014 animation or art, not animation, art on the right side, on the bottom right side. And pretty much at the beginning of season 1, pretty much he was getting bullied by like 3 guys, and he didn't like the bullying no more, so he wanted to like learn something, and he didn't know what to like pretty much stop the bullies and pretty much stand up to the bullies. And he met Takamura, the guy on the top right. He is literally a god, and I will mention him being a god for as long as I live, because he is literally like the epitome of like the best anime character ever, because he never lost one of his boxing matches. He is so fucking powerful. He is one of the funniest characters in the series. Like, he's just probably he's like my favorite character in all anime, to pretty much put it out there. But anyways, he had to do something to pretty much prove to Takamura that he can actually like do something, and he did it, and he started to train him. And as time went on, he became a heavyweight, or not heavyweight, I think it's a featherweight champion, or a middleweight champion. I don't know like the terms for like boxing, but that's pretty much like the rough gist of what Hajime no Ippo is about. Now, like I said, I really wasn't like feeling Ippo all that much at the beginning, just because the art style kind of turned me off, because it was an older anime. It came out October 3rd, 2000, the year 2000, excuse me. And like as time went on, obviously the art animation got better, but literally like all the fights in this anime were just amazing. I could not, like, literally I could not put this series down, just because it was so fucking good. I got in trouble during the night when I watched this series, because I was just saying, yeah, fucking do it, yeah. I was cheering so fucking loud because of this series. So if you guys are gonna like try to watch a sports anime and you're not a sports fan, or just don't like sports in general, I still highly encourage you guys to watch Hajime no Ippo, just because compared to like real like sports like in the real life, and then like anime sports, they're completely different. And Hajime no Ippo is a very, very underrated, like popular anime, I would say. But if it kept like spewing out a series like every year, I can see this thing probably being in the top, like maybe not top 5, but like top 10 most well-known series out there, and like mainstream as well. But like I said, I cannot express my love for this series. I literally always like say Takamura is a god, because he is a god, and Spazzoid knows this as well. But enough of me pretty much just spazzing on about how he's fucking amazing. Like I said, if you guys are not a sports fan and you still want to check out a sports anime, or if you just think sport anime are just like the real world sports, then I still it's completely different, because obviously anime, you can do pretty much anything. So I honestly, like I said, suggest you guys to go and check out this series. And if you are, season 1 is dubbed, and I believe the movie is dubbed as well if you want to watch part of it dubbed. But season 1 has 76 episodes, season 2 has 24 episodes, and season 3 has 25 episodes. And also there is a movie, and I think there's 2 movies, but pretty much you have to watch the first movie after season 1 before you go into season 2, because you're not going to understand a couple of things that's going to happen in season 2 and season 3 when you guys continue watching this. And also, I was going to read the manga, and I still am contemplating on doing it or not, just because I'm hoping that there's going to be a season 4 of Ippo. I think there is one in productions that's coming out in like 2018, if I'm not mistaken. But it has over 1,000 chapters, and I think only like maybe 300 of those chapters are actually animated. So if you want to sit down and read like 700 chapters, then by all means do it. Personally, for me, I'm not going to right now, just because I'm hoping for a season 4, so then that way there's a little less chapters I have to read. But with all that, that's all I really got to say about Hajime no Ippo. It's such a godlike series, one of my all-time favorite animes, top 3 for sure, with Naruto being number 1. So you kind of have to like do the math. Naruto number 1, Ippo number 3, and yeah, so that's all I really got to say. So if you guys want to check out Ippo, I highly encourage you guys to do it. Okay guys, well, there is my top 3 favorite animes. Now these aren't necessarily like my top 3, these are just some of the animes from my top 10 list that I would like to share with you guys, because usually whenever I rewatch one of my top 10 favorite animes, sometimes the placing switch on my list for those animes, but I just wanted to share some of them with you guys, just so then if you guys haven't seen some of these animes that I've actually presented to you guys, then there's your chance to actually check out some new anime. But now, as for Spazzoid, if she's going to do one of these videos, it's entirely up to her. I honestly would like to see a video like this from her, but once again, it's all up to her, and I'm pretty sure she's going to want to do one as soon as she figures out how to use her recording software. So expect that in the future at some point, because I'm pretty sure she's going to want to do one as well. So anyways, like I said, I do apologize for not having like a proper discussion video today, just because something actually happened with the actual Togashi and the Hunter x Hunter manga coming back, and I pretty much mostly talked shit about him in that video, so I decided to pretty much delete it, and we're gonna re-talk about it as well. So everything should be fine next Monday with recordings and all that. So like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed my top 3 favorite animes, don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to comment and subscribe. In the description box down below, you will see a link to our Facebook page. I highly encourage you guys to go and like that page, just because I feel like, and I don't want to toot my own horn, our posts are honestly really good. Some of them are funny, some of them are serious, and just some of them are just casual talk. So if you guys are into that, then like I said, I highly encourage you guys to go and like that page. And so yeah, so like I said, this is WhiteBoy for the win. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys with Spazzoid later.